The Volvo XC90 is one of those rare SUVs that manages to blend elegance, practicality, and a reputation for safety into a single package. It's Volvo's flagship SUV and has become a popular choice for families and luxury buyers alike, thanks to its spacious cabin, clean Scandinavian design, and impressive list of features. But when you're looking to buy one used, it's worth asking the bigger question. Should you really take the plunge on a pre-owned Volvo XC90? To answer that, we need to look beyond the polished wood trim and leather seats. Buying a used luxury SUV, especially a European one, is about balancing your love for premium features with a realistic view of long-term reliability and maintenance costs. The XC90, for all its strengths, isn't without its pitfalls. But in the right model year and condition, it might just be one of the smarter used buys in the segment. Safety is often the first thing people think of when they hear the name Volvo, and rightfully so. The XC90 continues that tradition. Even older models are packed with safety tech, ranging from blind spot monitoring and forward collision warnings to more advanced systems, like lane keeping assist and automatic emergency braking in newer models. Crash test ratings from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety have consistently been excellent, and families who prioritize peace of mind will appreciate the XC90's commitment to safety engineering. Inside, the XC90 is every bit the luxury vehicle, just without the loud personality. Instead of flashy displays or exaggerated styling, it embraces a calm, minimalist design that feels both modern and premium. The interior is filled with soft-touch materials, real wood accents, and a massive tablet-like infotainment system in newer models. It feels refined, well thought out, and free from clutter, a stark contrast to some of its German competitors. In terms of space, it's one of the more practical luxury SUVs in the segment. It offers 3 usable rows of seating, and while the third row is best suited for kids or shorter trips, it's still more accommodating than what you'll find in many rivals. Volvo's newer turbocharged and supercharged engines deliver solid performance, while keeping fuel economy relatively high for a mid-size luxury SUV. And if you're focused on fuel savings or want something greener, the T8 plug-in hybrid variant even offers limited electric-only range for short commutes. On paper, it's a compelling option, but no vehicle is perfect, and the XC90 does have its drawbacks, particularly when you're looking at older used models. Reliability is where things get tricky. Early versions, especially those from the first generation between 2003 and 2014, have a well-earned reputation for mechanical issues. The 2003 to 2006 models, for example, were plagued by transmission failures, electrical bugs, and issues with the all-wheel drive system. Even later in that generation, problems with the V8 engine and oil leaks persisted. If you're shopping within that range, you'll need to be extra cautious and look for a well-maintained example with a detailed service history. Or better yet, avoid those years altogether. The second generation, which began in 2016, is a massive step forward in terms of design, technology, and overall driving experience. The XC90 finally looked and felt like a true luxury SUV that could go toe-to-toe with anything from Audi or BMW. However, even this generation wasn't immune from early hiccups. The 2016 and 2017 models, being the first years of a brand new platform, came with their fair share of software bugs, infotainment glitches, and suspension issues. Volvo worked hard to iron those out, and by the 2018 model year, the XC90 became far more refined and reliable. If you're considering a second-gen model, anything from 2018 onward is a much safer bet. The T8 plug-in hybrid deserves a special mention. It offers over 400 horsepower and the potential for impressive fuel savings, but it's a complicated system. That complexity comes with the risk of expensive repairs, especially if the battery or hybrid components start to fail. While issues are rare, when they do occur, they're not cheap to fix. Unless you're particularly drawn to plug-in tech or have a short daily commute where you can maximize its electric range, the standard T6 engine might be the more practical choice. Cost is, of course, a major factor in any used vehicle purchase. A first-generation XC90 from the later model years, like 2011 to 2014, might run you anywhere between $6,000 and $12,000. But you're likely getting an aging vehicle with higher mileage and potential issues. A second-gen model from 2016 or 2017 typically costs between $17,000 and $24,000 depending on trim and condition, while a 2018 or 2019 version will land in the $25,000 to $33,000 range. If you're looking at a 2020 to 2022 XC90, expect to pay north of $34,000, possibly up to $45,000 for a well-equipped version. The T8 plug-in hybrids tend to be several $1,000s more expensive across the board. Luxury trims like the Inscription or R-Design versions fetch a premium, but they also come loaded with extras like ventilated Napa leather seats, enhanced audio systems, and advanced driver assistance features. These are worth considering if you want the full luxury experience, but they also add complexity that could increase maintenance costs down the line. Speaking of costs, it's important to go in with your eyes open. Volvo may not have the same repair costs as BMW or Mercedes, but it's still a European luxury vehicle. Repair POW rates the XC90 below average for reliability, with owners spending about $1,100 a year on maintenance and repairs. That's more than most mainstream SUVs, but fairly typical for the class. The infotainment system, especially in early second-gen models, has been another sore spot. While it looks modern and helps give the interior that clean, uncluttered feel, it can be sluggish and sometimes unintuitive. All major vehicle functions are run through that screen, so when it acts up, it becomes more than a minor annoyance. Despite its flaws, there's still a strong case to be made for buying a used Volvo XC90, especially if you're smart about it. The best used buys are undoubtedly from the second generation, particularly models from 2018 onward. By then, Volvo had resolved many of the issues that plagued the earlier versions, and you'll still get all the modern tech, top-tier safety, and stylish design that make the XC90 so appealing. These newer used models strike a good balance between value and dependability, especially if they've been well maintained. One essential tip for any used XC90 buyer is to get a pre-purchase inspection. These vehicles are complex and expensive to repair, so you want to know exactly what you're getting into. If possible, buy from a seller with full service records or consider purchasing from a certified pre-owned program. And if you're opting for a higher mileage vehicle or T8 hybrid, an extended warranty could offer added peace of mind. Ultimately, the XC90 is not for everyone. If you're the type of buyer who wants Toyota-like reliability and minimal maintenance, this probably isn't your SUV. But if you're someone who appreciates thoughtful design, values safety above all else, and is okay with investing a bit more in upkeep to enjoy the benefits of European luxury, a used Volvo XC90 can be a very rewarding purchase. In the world of used luxury SUVs, the XC90 stands out as a sensible, stylish, and family-friendly option, provided you choose the right year and take the time to vet it properly. With careful shopping, it's possible to get a high-end experience without the high-end new car price. And that's what makes the XC90 worth considering for so many smart buyers.